I'm Leonie. I'm the Scientific Communications Officer for Cosmic at the Wellcome Sanger Institute. Being a Scientific Communications Officer is a really varied role. It ranges from being a social media manager, producing podcasts, to going to events and representing the company at things like conferences and symposiums, to liaising with external people to organise bigger projects like press releases. When I was in school, my favourite subjects were biology and business studies. I found biology quite a labour of love, whereas business studies, I had a knack for it. I was a bit better at getting the grades. So I nearly got to a point where I studied marketing at university just based off of that. But this one particular person pointed out that if I chose to do marketing, it would be my only option on the other side of university. But if I studied a biological degree, then I would have the option of not only both of those, but so many other varied careers afterwards. So I chose to study medical genetics, and I loved the ethical debates about it and how all of these great ideas we're coming up with were going to affect the public. And I guess that's how I fell into scientific communications, because I really loved the opportunity to just talk about my subject. I definitely don't think there's any reason to give up science if you don't see yourself working in a lab coat. There's just so many scientific careers out there that use complex science every single day, but just not in a research context. One of my favourite things that I got to do as part of this job, and I never saw myself doing, is that I now run a podcast called Conversations with Cosmic. And when we started the podcast, I think I thought it was going to be easier than it was. It can be hard to break down really quite complex pieces of science into a way that any audience will understand it. But I really have my dad to thank for my ability to do that. My dad is an engineer, and he spent so many years sat at the kitchen table describing different parts of physics to me and biology to me in the strangest and most wonderful ways to try and make me laugh and to try and make the learning enjoyable. And I hope that I've taken a little bit of that with me into my career. I've never had an exact career path planned out in my head, but something I'm absolutely certain of is that my career isn't in the lab. I absolutely love being a science communicator. I love being able to tell people about the research that's coming off campus and making sure that it's as accessible as possible to everybody who needs to know about it.